It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Divas That Care. My name is Candace Gish. Well, I'm so excited that you've all tuned into today's program. I have my amazing friend, Haseena Patel, to come back on the show. Honestly, I just love chatting with her, and I get excited when I know she's going to be on the program. If this is your very first time tuning in to the Divas That Care, a huge welcome to you. The Divas That Care is now in its 11th season. We are listened to in over 30 countries around the world, and it's because of all of our amazing listeners that we've continued to do this. It's because of you that we get to interview amazing people like Haseena. So thank you guys so much for being a part of our amazing journey. Well, let's get started. Haseena, welcome back to the Divas. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you so much, Candace. It is such an honor to be on Divas That Care, and I really appreciate it. So hi to all the listeners out there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that our listeners are excited to have you back. We had a lot of amazing comments on your last program, and so we're excited to have you back. But before we kind of dive into today's program, would you mind reintroducing yourself to all of our listeners?
Oh, sure. Thank you. So I'm Haseena Patel. I am from South Africa, and I am an author, an international speaker, and a mind-body-spirit breakthrough coach. I'm also a certified Akashic Records reader, a yoga instructor, energy healer, and my sister and I together co-founded a girls' empowerment organization, Leave No Girl Behind International, where we empower girls through leadership programs. So that's a bit about me.
Well, I love it. And it is so much. And what you're doing is helping so many individuals. So I just love when I can chat with you about that. But we're going to be talking today about your mind, body, and spirit coaching, because that is a really interesting thing that I'd love to learn more about.
Yeah, thank you. I always believe that we're not, most people come into the world. This is how I came into the world, thinking like I'm a human being. And I guess what I came with and what I was trained or indoctrinated into in society was that, okay, I'm a human being, I have a body, I have a mind, and there's the spirit. And I've come to this point in my evolution where I am a spiritual being on a human journey. And when we just meld mind, body, and spirit and realize that that is the entirety of our being, with the mind, body, and spirit working together, and we can have all these breakthroughs. So I really believe in that. And I believe that when you put all three together, you really can have a happy life.
Oh, I agree with you completely. You need to have that balance with everything in order for it to all work together. So you have been developing an amazing program. And I know that with all the changes, you probably do this with people all around the world. You don't just do this with people in South Africa. This is something that all of our listeners globally can be a part of?
Yes. And I love working with people around the world. I mean, we're all one tribe, one global family, and we all have these commonalities. So I find that I'm teaching people around the world to unstress and unlimit themselves. My sister and I do that part together. And then I am doing Akashic Records readings for people over Zoom in different parts of the world, whether it's Germany, the UK, US, Canada. And it's just awesome. And I guess we all have these dreams. We all want similar things where we want to align with who we are inside so that we feel like us. We feel so comfortable in our own skin, and we feel like we're making a difference, and not allowing expectations and circumstances to define us.
And I love that you are saying that you do this globally, because I find that my tribe of individuals, people that I want to surround myself with, are not necessarily in my local area. They have become a global community, a global bunch of women that I love surrounding myself with. So having, yourself and the things that you're doing, you're going to attract a lot of people from all different parts of the world, because that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I agree, Candace. And you find that we have all these differences, all of us around the world, and that is our strength. And when we come together in unity as one global family. And our strength is that we can each bring something different to the table. And I think that's, we have such a common search. So that's something that always fascinates me, and I'm really in gratitude for when I do my work, when I do readings, when I'm coaching people doing mind, body, spirit breakthrough coaching, because we all just want that. We all just want to know who we are, how we can make a difference, and that we matter, that our lives are
so true,
going to matter.
And one of the things that you're going to be doing here coming up is that you have a 5-week course that you're offering. Tell me about that, because that's something that really intrigues me.
Okay, well, the one thing, it's an Akashic Records reading course. So let me just rewind a bit and define Akashic Records, because I'm sure there are people who don't know what they are. So when you go into the Akashic Records, some people would define it as your book of life, your soul's journey, past, present, and future. And it's a huge empowerment thing, because when people ask me to go into their records, they're asking questions about why do I feel like this financially? Or they're asking questions about their health. They're asking questions about their career path, about their personal life, people, relationships, loved ones. And it's all to get guidance on, well, what choices can I make now? How can I make my life better? How can I make the lives of others better? Because really, that's what we want to know. It's not a psychic thing. Energy is always moving. So no one can say to you that this is going to happen in a year's time. And I think most people are scared of that, because they're like, oh, but I don't want that to happen. Well, you know what? It's really your choice. You have free will. You can decide. But when you have guidance at this point in time, then you have this divine guidance of, perhaps this is why you feel the way you do. So you can use that guidance and say, okay, so let me move forward from here, and this is how. So when people come for readings, then I give them readings on these different aspects of life, and they can decide what questions they want to ask during a reading. And I open the records and do that. Now, the 5-week course is, if people wanted to do what I do and become certified Akashic Records readers and be able to open the Akashic Records for themselves, get guidance, and for others, and be able to guide them, whether they want to do that on a widespread scale or not. So this is a 5-week course, and every week it's a one-to-one thing, and I meet and guide people, and it's tailor-made to them, and I teach them how, and they get to practice, and it's a lot of fun.
I've never heard of that before. So different. I find that quite intriguing.
Well, yes, it's I feel that, you see, we all have this innate ability. We all have intuition. We're all able to tap into the divine, but we kind of lose it. You know, we come into this world, and the village that's charged with protecting us, which they do a fantastic job of, but we tend to take on their beliefs, their fears, their insecurities. So we then have a distorted picture of tapping into the divine. And this is just reconnecting with who we are, reconnecting with the divine. And that's what having your records read, or learning to read the Akashic Records, is about, both of those things. And I go into the records every day to get a reading for myself and whoever wants that in the world. I had such a wonderful reading about gratitude yesterday that it's amazing what comes through. And I was like, wow, that's an aha moment.
Yes, and that's exactly what we need nowadays too. Well, I have a question. Do you have a website for our listeners to go and check out?
Yes, the listeners can go to haseenapatel.com and they can go to the tab that says Work With Me. And under that, there's something called Akashic Records readings. And they can go read what it's about. They can read some of the testimonials of people who've had readings and get an idea of what it's about. And if they'd like to work with me, I do have a special on. One of the things that I teach is an unbecoming session, how to unbecome who you're not and just connect with your truth. So when I combine that session with an Akashic Records reading, it's powerful. And the special is $99 for both, which takes about an hour, 15 minutes. And then I also have a special on the 5-week course, which is for $547, so that in this 5-week course, people find it more affordable, that they don't have to pay thousands for something that, I believe that we should be able to do if we want to.
I think that's fantastic. Oh, what an amazing thing that you're doing out there. Well, we'll make sure that we're going to be posting that on all of our social media so that everybody can go and check that out. Just to be able to talk with you, Haseena, I think is a really great thing for our listeners, because a lot of us, we have questions and we're not too sure where to go. And I love that you say it's a guidance. We have a choice. You're there to guide us, to help us through this journey. And I think a lot of us, for myself, I know there's been a lot of uncertainties. And I'm like, okay, where to next? What do I do next? How do I navigate through these almost, I feel like these shark-infested waters in a negative way, because I love sharks, don't get me wrong, but I mean in a way that, okay, there's going to be things that I need to change. I know that, and I need to get through there. So you're really helping people through things that we might not have even realized.
And I believe that, when people get guidance like that, then it actually gives them the confidence and that feeling of wonderful connection that they feel like tapping in by themselves. So they are able to, whether it's through prayer, through meditation or whatever, just using that guidance as a catalyst to say, okay, I want to feel like that. I want to just tap in and get quiet at least, which most of us don't do.
Yes, I can see that. Oh, I love that, Haseena.
Yeah. I would love to read something that I got from the records, the thing that I got from the records on gratitude, if you don't mind.
Oh, please. Yes, do that.
Okay, so I asked, what may I know about the power of gratitude? And I asked it for any of us in this time in our world who wanted to know. I asked with that intention, and the response I got was that gratitude is the expression of the spiritual nature of who you are. It's the coming back to your center, to your source. The practice of gratitude is the honoring of your spirit and a gifting of your true self to your world and to every being in the world. As you find your place in the daily activities of your world, it is gratitude that empowers you to know you can make a difference and create the world you wish to see. And I thought that was powerful.
That's very powerful. Yes, it is. And I think that's a wonderful thing to leave us with today. Oh, I love it. Haseena, I've really enjoyed learning what you're doing. That's something that I had no idea that you did. And I love that you're a real amazing guide. And I want to kind of leave you with, or ask you one other thing before we kind of end today's program, because I wanted to ask you about Leave No Girls Behind. I know that that's a cause, something that's really important to you, and our listeners would probably want to be involved with that. So can we share that too?
Yes, thank you so much for asking. So Leave No Girl Behind International is an organization that my sister Shamima and I started. Now, we empower girls through our leadership programs. There are 3 different programs, and there are 2 of them that is really a fit right now, because the one called the Mighty Warrior Workshop, you can download right now, especially if you have girls and actually kids of all genders, between 9 and I'd say 12. And one can download it and just have a facilitator explain it. And it's very hands-on, practical, fun, especially in a group. That really leads kids to discover who they are and what they like. And, just, again, being comfortable in their own skin. And then we have a Power Circle program. So it's actually the Leave No Girl Behind International Power Circles. And girls meet. At this time, they could meet on Zoom, but usually they meet in a school situation or in a club or group situation once a week. They discuss issues pertinent to them. They get we have successful men and women around the world Zooming in with them. We also help them to develop community service projects, because that's important. They can give of themselves, even if they can't give materially. Giving of yourself is something everyone can do. And they have activities like these which help them to really grow and evolve and become empowered and know how they can make a difference. So what we're doing right now is we have Zoom sessions and we just connect the girls that we know, because at this time, not everybody can travel and they're in different situations in different countries. So we just connect them. When we have a Zoom, then we ask a guest speaker to Zoom in and we discuss things that are pertinent, and the girls get to ask questions and get to know other girls from different parts of the world.
Oh my goodness, I love what you're doing. And that's why the Divas That Care is a huge supporter of you and everything that you're doing. Because Haseena, you are a change maker. You're a woman that is doing so many positive, inspiring things in the world. And I'm so happy to know you. I'm so happy to be a part of the things that you're doing. I just want to leave this with you. And we're going to be posting all of Haseena's information on our social media. We do have a few other programs or other shows we've done with Haseena, and you guys have got to go and listen to them. She is so incredibly, I think you're an incredible woman, Haseena, and I just want people to know all about you and the things that you're doing and really support you, because we at the Divas are really about supporting one another and helping each other in any way that we can. So thank you so much for being my guest again. It's always a pleasure chatting with you, and I can't wait to be doing more things with you in the future.
Thank you so much for having me, Candace, and I've loved chatting with you, and thank you for your beautiful words. It's always an honor to collaborate with you and to be on your show, and I really am in gratitude, and I'm just sending out good energy to you and your organization, Divas That Care, and to all the listeners out there. It's really great to have change makers who are even listening and with the energy contributions making a difference.
Oh, it is, isn't it? And working together is just the best thing ever. So, I love it.
And you know what? A big shout out to all of our listeners. Make sure that you tune into the Divas That Care. We have a bunch of amazing hosts on our program. They've got some fantastic shows, and you don't want to miss that.
Until next time, please do something kind. Take care for now.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.